This week in the League of Legends, Gangplank is back again. Additionally, we've got the third act of the Bildgewater event, and finally, some character remakes for our own enjoyment. We'll mention all those and more on the Spastic Gaming Web Show.
This is Water Elemental.
And this is Axis, and we're here today to talk about the League of Legends. This is an ongoing show. We talk a little bit about everyone's favorite mobile-style battle game, Gangplank.
He was dead for a week.
No, he's not dead. Forever.
Well, we were putting up the show. They're like, he was killed in the lore, and then they disabled him, and everybody flipped out. And it was kind of interesting, because I asked people, like, so, how about that Gangplank being done? They're like, no, he's bugged. I'm like, did you not read the fact that it said he's dead?
I personally could have lived with this change. I wasn't blown away by his new kit, but he's coming back, and he's got a brand new skin and a slightly tweaked voice suite. And I gotta tell ya,
Edgelord.
What an edgelord.
At first I thought, like, because what happened was his ship was blown up by misfortune. And I thought that this new skin was him pieced back together, kind of like a robotic arm.
Scion.
Kind of like he's using like a bunch of tech to, like hex tech stuff, kind of like what Vi does, to kind of rebuild himself, robotic leg, robotic arm, and keep going. But no, it's just he has armor now and he's shirtless.
Boo!
So the skin that they had originally for his remake was now... Well,
it's classic Gangplank.
No, it's Captain Gangplank.
Oh.
And if you played Gangplank at all in any matchmaking thing between the start of the event to the end of the event, your account will get that skin for free. I don't know if it's going to be sold afterwards, but anybody during the event will get that item. So that's kind of how it goes. The voice pack is worse than the last one.
So we were the first to say that we didn't care much for Gangplank's new voice, and in his new voice, he sounds a little worse. He's so edgy, and I mean, he's got all those cool character interactions, which is nice, but now it's just like, it's just boring.
Yeah, the last one was very campy. His last two were very goofy and campy. If you look at his original art, totally different from what he looks like now. And I liked kind of what the event was, but everything about Gangplank just kind of was executed poorly. And, you know, we had, you know, Misfortune becoming captain and her dethroning Gangplank and the whole thrill of, is he going to be dead? Is he going to be brought back? Is he going to, you know, what's going to happen with Gangplank? The fact that in lore, Twisted Fate and Graves are now teaming up again, that's cool. And it's just, we got all that cool stuff, but everything about Gangplank is just like, okay, his new passive skins, yeah, all right.
I mean, he's got the robot hand, which I guess is neat.
It's a gauntlet because it's a real hand underneath.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, he looks like Captain...
I just don't like the voice.
Yeah, there's something. I don't know if like the original voice actor couldn't redo his lines.
Well, they're probably just going for the new Grimdark version, and this is what you get. So not terrible. We'll have to see. I mean, he behaves the same, so I think our scores still stand up. Mine might be a half a point smaller because I dislike his voice even more now. But again, that's just me being whiny.
It's not really whiny. You have your opinion. It just doesn't fit. Doesn't fit anymore. Other than that, third and fourth event has come out.
Yeah, the third's the last one with gameplay. The fourth is technically Gangplank's conclusion arc. So as far as gameplay and badges that you can get, the third one's the only one that matters.
You can get one with Graves and Twisted Fate together, and then you can get one with Gangplank.
It involves playing a lot of this new game mode, which isn't that interesting.
Yeah, I think the one for Gangplank is you have to win 2 games of the game mode, and then spend a lot of Krakens to upgrade and buy mercenaries, which takes a while.
Yeah, all of them take a while, which I dislike because I dislike this event. The new items really give a lot of power to characters that are already incredibly strong, and so the event sort of goes from being like normal game plus some interesting creeps to, hey, you know those characters that are really annoying already? Now they're even more annoying.
I got Jinx last night put on the auto attack thing where, like, after every 4 attacks, you just do 3 chain attacks. Did that with Static Shiv and, like, a lot of, like, damage boost stuff. So I'm sitting there with my rockets just boom, 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 just shocking everything and just ripping apart my lane. And they're like, oh, we're going to get you. I'm like, no, I'm Jinx. Goodbye.
I had a Riven bot lane against my AD comp, and she had 500 AD at the end of the match, and she was unkillable. Because if she was un-CC'd for a second, oh, I have a 600 damage shield, and I can cleave your entire team down. I mean, AP characters are not doing incredibly well. The Pox items are neat, but they're not that good unless you're a burst caster. I'm sorry, not a burst caster. A burst caster with a lot of spells. So, like, I don't know, let's say Ahri, for example. Malzahar. Just any character that can land a lot of spells and is very mobile. So Fizzin is another example of just ridiculous. And, I've seen enough Fizz. I don't need to see more Fizz in this new game mode. So I feel like the items that they introduced really brought up the wrong characters up too much in strength. And the minions that you purchase are really low impact. Like, I was expecting, like...
Yeah.
The
tank ones don't take as much.
The tank ones are flimsy. The hunter ones don't do anything. The best minion is the support minion,
where he just kind of floats around, gives vision. He's like, "Hey guys!"
That's the best one.
The tank ones are good harassment early game, but late game they're awful for pushing.
They're all awful.
Everything about this game mode was just like, oh, this is really creative and fun and new, and then we look at it, it's just like, they didn't go far enough. They put more time with these items than it was the actual main mechanic of this, with the third currency and the upgrade system, and it's just like, I want to like it. I really do.
Plus, I mean, most players want to play, like, ranked or ARAM. And the fact that there's no incentive to play this mode other than the rewards means people get through it as fast as they can. They go to the other one because it's just not that interesting.
They forced a lot of play in it too. It wasn't like pick it up 2 or 3 games, you can get everything done between 3 or 4.
And if you like more, you can do more. In this, I'm not even done with it, and I've done like 6 games of it.
I've only done 2, and I lost the first one. It doesn't count. The fact that you have to win is the thing that kills me before you can unlock the actual, like, spending, and that's what pisses me off. It doesn't do it together. It's separate.
Yep. And I have to win 5 games of it before I can do the rest of them. Oof. It's good. It's good. But yeah, moving on to the next piece of news. Character updates.
Yes.
Mordekaiser, Garen, Darius, Skarner, and Poopy. Very awesome. So, all melee characters with sort of an AoE-centric or bursty kit. Garen has obviously seen a remake, but Garen, he doesn't have a teleport dash, which means he's garbage. Mordekaiser is really good. He's decent right now. The problem is that tank doesn't work anymore, and he's not mobile at all. He just gets blown up if he isn't prepared.
Right.
So literally that means every fight he has to pop his R against any character with equal farm. And in the Devourer 2-shot meta, that doesn't really work that well. Darius is strong right now, but again, not mobile. He doesn't have a dash. He has a very low range apprehend ability, which basically means he dies as he walks up to people, and he doesn't have dueling capability against bruisers of equal value, because literally Devour meta plus burst basically means, hey, I juked your kit for 1 second, I outdueled you, is how Darius works. Skarner is amazing right now. I don't know why they're remaking him. He's really good with Runeglaive. He's really, really good.
Yeah, but this is the first time he's been in the higher tier.
Runeglaive has made a lot of AP junglers, or a lot of melee AP junglers, I should say, really, really, really strong.
I think the reason why they're thinking about doing Skarner is because, again, he has kind of the same problems as Darius and Garen, where they have a lot of AoE, have a lot of cleaves, and they have one major, like, CC pull ability, but if you juke that and they just stay away from you, you can't do anything. But that's the flaw of all melee. But a lot of melee now has a catch-up mechanic or a teleport mechanic on top of someone or anything to bring them closer or keep them in one place. And these characters don't have that. If anything, I would take Mordekaiser's shield and give him like a slow or some sort of root. And then, boom, Mordekaiser's fine. Garen, his kit's too classic to really tamper with.
The thing is, Garen is a representative of what an old school bruiser was. Good team fight presence plus an execute. Someone other than his silence, I think Garen's silence is actually his strongest ability. His tank is okay. It's very passive tank plus the active. I love his active ability. I think that's really cool. But usually you use that and people just walk away from you and you go, oh.
Yeah, no amount of movement speed will ever top a straight up hard CC or anything that can pull your opponents forward or backwards.
And the thing about it is his move speed isn't even that strong. I've said this a dozen times. Shyvana is probably very close in comparison to basic abilities to Garen, and her move speed burst is so much stronger than his, and it does AoE, and it's magical, and it scales off AD. I hate Shyvana, is what I'm getting at. And she has a very strong kit in comparison to Garen, and they have relatively similar tank ability, but she's much more mobile. She has percentage-based damage that's not part of her ult, and it seems that every time a new item is released, it works very well for her kit, whereas Garen's choice of items stays almost the same. Like, there are two builds to do for Garen.
Right.
And that's it.
Super tanky or super AD burst, and where you die.
Well, no, yeah. I mean, you even if you want to go AD burst, you have to go half tank, half burst, because you'll just die. You know, you don't just jump on a carry and kill them. You have to run at them.
Yeah, it's this meta currently right now used to be a huge tank meta, and then they kind of nerfed how tanks were, and then they became
suffers.
and then they just kind of came out with this heavy bruiser.
But that's too bad. Poppy is strong. She is really good at singling out a character, especially in this, marksman-centric meta. She just picks an ADC and she's like, I'm going to kill you now. And then once they're dead, then she just walks away.
I think the main thing is because she runs off AP mainly now, because she is a classic champion.
You do AD. I mean, AD works really well with her. Her percentage damage is really nice on her AP scaling, but literally it's just... Ever since they removed DFG, AP Poppy is not something you can do anymore. You just can't.
It's good in ARAM.
You have to go Trinity Poopy. It's the only thing that will keep you consistent in fights, which basically means you cannot catch Poppy, you cannot kill Poppy, but Poppy will not come in and fight your team. Once the team fight starts, she'll single one person out, she'll kill them, she will walk away. Poppy does not like... Team fights.
Unless you go cooldown reduction, even though she won't do enough damage. She can Q all she wants, but it's just chip.
Literally all Poppy does is kill one person, she walks away. Which doesn't work. And I think they're probably going to push her to have more either utility, so that while she's killing that one person, she's helping her teammates, or to give her a little bit more AoE-centric stuff, or make her ult more interesting.
Yeah. Lollipoppy, default skin in the new Halloween event.
That's right.
She's just rezzed from the dead by Karthus. She is now a Lollipop.
And she has a mechanical arm.
Okay, so I was rereading. It is a mechanical arm. It isn't like him with a gauntlet.
They sawed it off. Poor Gangplank. But that's it for official news this week. Not that much. We're kind of on the wind down.
Only other information is they have unlocked personal mystery gifting. Right now you can do the 490 or the 570.
Yay!
If you gift and or buy 6 chests, you can buy, or they'll give you one for free after the event. That 6 skins, though, I bought 2 of them. First one, Sailor Moon Lux. Second one, Goalkeeper Blitzcrank.
That's hard to argue with.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. The first one I already got my money back, put in $10. Got a 1350 skin that's almost a legendary, and I'm just like, yeah.
Well, there we go. I'll have to pick one up as well, I imagine.
Why don't we trade these?
Oh.
Even though they wouldn't do anything.
Oh. Moving on our own section here. The next question actually comes from someone over at my school, and he was asking me what we're looking forward to seeing at Gamescom, which is coming up here in a couple days. Water Elemental, what are you looking forward to at Gamescom?
It's not really looking forward to. It's grim curiosity.
Oh?
Blizzard was like, hey, we don't want to wait for BlizzCon. Let's talk about the next WoW expansion and announce
I gotta
it there.
shove it out the door because it's probably gonna release at BlizzCon.
Yeah, and that's what pisses me off because Warlords was a train wreck. I supported Warlords all the way out until 6.1, and I was just like, really, guys?
6.2 was a major content patch.
And the only major content patch. 6.1 was them just adding something that was supposed to launch with the game.
Selfie camera
and one of the two first tier.
Such a joke.
And it frustrates me, but I want to see what they're going with this because
they only keep Warcraft running so they can make new Hearthstone cards.
That should pay for itself at this point. It's
Does.
self-sustaining.
Hearthstone makes almost as much, if not more, money than stupid WoW does.
I just want to know where they're going from here and if it's even going to be worth being curious about.
Gotta do the Burning Legion attacking Azeroth. That's what the expansion is.
I wonder if the whole reason this expansion was so skimpy was because they're doing something huge in the next expansion, but we'll see.
I mean, they've been hinting at this since what?
Wrath?
Cataclysm?
Yeah.
Actually, no.
Wrath.
They've been hinting at it since BC.
Kill Jaden.
The Burning Legion, yeah. Kill Jaden. Talked about it.
WoW nerds. Other than that, I want to see what kind of board games come out.
I can't wait until we fight Sargeras.
Again.
I can't wait to do LFR Sargeras.
I would love if they made that mythic only. Like, the whole raid is mythic only. You want to see how this game ends?
I'm looking forward to the Star Citizen presentation. I know I harp about this game, but they're revealing and doing playtesting for the multi-cruise ship functionality. And I'm not sure if that's just turrets or if that's full walk-around, shoot bad guy stuff. But this is probably the feature that originally sold me on the game is, you're flying in space. You're in a ship full of your friends. You're walking around the ship. You're talking over whatever. And you're just being goofs and role-playing and having a good time. A ship comes out of slip space. And you're like, oh, God. Everyone get on the turrets. They run through the ship. They climb up into the turret. And they start shooting at them. And they're doing that, presumably. And I'm really excited for that. So I can't wait to see that. Can't wait to make a video about it. And, yeah, it's going to be cool. But, guys, if you have anything that you want to see at Gamescom or you're looking forward to, post it in the comment section below. If you have a question for us about the show, about Spastic Gaming, about video games, about events, about what we're doing, about what we're going to do, anything. Anything.
Where's Master 12?
Please post it in the comment section below. You can send it to our email at spasticgaming@gmail.com or post it on our Facebook page or on our Twitter or our website, all of which are linked in the information down below. We have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/spasticgaming. You can donate to that at any threshold that you feel is appropriate. It'll unlock bonus content and all kinds of goofy stuff that'll let you enjoy what we do, maybe a little bit more. But this has been Axis.
And Water Elemental.
And we'll catch you guys next week